My name is Amy Vatne Bintliff. I'm the reading teacher at Oregon Middle School in Oregon, Wisconsin. In the research that I did with students, I really focused on disengagement. I found that students remembered very specific moments that caused disengagement. And when I first started the work, I thought that it would be, oh, it's an umbrella of they're a struggling reader, or they've got issues at home that are really difficult. But when I actually did full interviews with the students, I found out that disengagement was occurring for things that maybe one teacher spoke to them and said that they weren't capable of doing the work. Or there were times where students were in a class and they felt that their questions weren't validated. And all of those moments started to break them. They started to distrust our system because of that. And I think that when we look at engagement and disengagement, there's not going to be a program to purchase that's going to heal these kids. It's going to be the things that we do in our classroom that build connection. Things like anti-bias work, where we're coming together and we're talking about real issues that are happening that are relevant at the time that the children are experiencing them. And so I think that research is showing me that if I follow the students' voices, I'm able to really be successful in my work. Whenever I'm having a moment where I think, why am I doing this? Why am I making it harder on myself sometimes? I turn to writers in the field who've really done the hard work. Julie Landsman from Minneapolis wrote A White Teacher Talks About Race, and that was one of the books that really inspired me and said, you can do this. You may be white, you may be a small town girl from North Dakota, but you have to do this work. I think that part of the role of anti-bias educators in majority white schools is to create safe places, but it's also to bring in diverse literature. If we can bring diverse literature and poetry so that students can empathize with others, even if they don't have someone that they can see face to face, it's creating this imagined interaction. And if I'm facilitating those imagined interactions through conversation and dialogue, students are much more likely to practice that and to not be afraid to meet new people, to not be afraid to reach out outside of their community. We also do a lot of active movement to keep our brains warmed up. I think that one of the struggles about thinking critically is that not all of our students want to think by sitting like this and being straight and still. They have creative minds, they have minds that want to move, and by facilitating that within my classroom, they're able to come back after a 2 or 3 minute game and really reflect back on a piece of literature that we're reading. So I think that movement and that rotation also helps. They're not doing the same thing all of the time. In my classroom, because of the work that we're doing and because of how interested students are in the stories and the strategies, my students are able to jump 2 to 3 grade levels in reading within less than a year. And part of that is building confidence. We do a lot of laughing, we do a lot of games. We try to let students know that learning is fun and that they are readers, that they can comprehend things. They just need the keys to help them unlock. And so students grow beautifully as readers. They come in labeled a struggling reader and they leave sometimes exceeding the scores of their peers.